Hello and welcome back to Unreal Engine 5 Blueprint Mastery, Door Systems and Interactive Portals. Previously, we ended with our load and save mechanic. We called our load game in our third-person game mode that when every level starts, since the game mode is running, we ask the question, is it a load game? A variable that we saved in the game instance, loaded game. Then, if it is, we loaded the game through our event that we created in the game instance as well, which loads the game using kind of the same mechanic, but instead of save, we load each door. Then we went on and added the change on the level changer, the save doors and the loaded game to true. So the checkpoint, the save game, starts when we are going to the next level. And when we come back, the game still is a loaded game and we can see the effects of save and load. Let's continue with our final door, the VFX door, that we will duplicate the one-way door. Let's go to our doors, let's find the one-way door, and we're gonna add a handle to it. So I'm gonna duplicate this. Let's call this VFX door and let's open it. Now to make it more special, we're gonna change the color to door red. And we're gonna also add a new static mesh that we will represent the handle. So let's name it handle. And for the static mesh, we will use the lever. I think it's 1. No, 2. Yeah, the lever 2. So let's place it in place. Let's rotate it. Let's bring it over here. It is a little bit big. Gonna make it half size. So 0.5 scale. And bring it a bit forward. And that's fine. Now, in the begin play, I'm gonna store its rotation. So get relative rotation. And I'm gonna promote this to variable and call it handle original relative rotation. Let's also add the sounds of the door. So we can actually copy paste them. Let's bring this over here. Let's close all the tabs to the right, compile and save. And let's open. Where is double door? Yeah, this one had the sounds. So I'm gonna copy paste the sounds from here to the VFX door. I'm gonna close these two, we don't need them. And I'm gonna connect close, should be the lower pitch. No, that's actually open. So that goes to play from start. And the lower pitch should be from open because it's closing. And actually, you know what? Let's just connect it to reverse and play. So the door is more lively. It opens and closes while it's doing the opening or closing animation. And to make that more complete, let's change the widget update to say close while opening and open while closing. All right. And we do not want to remove the widget when it's opening or closing. So this should go to reverse and closing should go to play, because when we are closing, we are opening, and when we are opening, we are closing. Okay, I think this will do it. Now, let's add the handle animation. We will do it before the do once, of course. We will bring the handle and we will set relative rotation. I'm gonna add it over here. And I'm gonna learn a rotator. Actually, you know what? We will not use the handle original rotation. We will just... What is this weird rotation? This should be minus 90, 90 and 0. All right. Yeah, because that rotation was really weird. If it was saving that rotation, it would be very hard. Now, why this happens? There is something called gimbal lock and something called quadrants of the screen. And sometimes these things can mess up a little bit. So let's go from minus 90 and minus 90 to, let's say, 40. Not 400. 40 and minus 90. I think it should be minus 40 also, because it's 90. If I rotate it downwards, it's positive 40, but here it's minus, even if we see positive on the axis down here. Anyway, let's compile and save. And for alpha, what we will use, of course, shortest path, and let's create a new flow track. So add a flow track. Let's call this handle drive. The first one, door alpha drive. Okay. So I have to do this by mouse. If I just zoom, it zooms out. Control and Shift doesn't do anything. So 2 points, actually 3 points. One is 0, 0. The next one would be, how much is the first timeline? Half a second. So the handle should be half of that. So total would be 0.25. That would be 0 again. And the middle of that would be 12.5. So 125, and it would be 1. Let's compile and save. And let's connect our handle, our handle to our alpha. So this means it will rotate down and rotate back up. And that would be our handle. So let's bring our door here. Make it fit nicely because it has that glow. Let's press play. We have to travel. All right. And it opens opposite and the handle stays over there, but we can see it is animating. All right, so let's change toward where it's open. Let's set that to 90. And let's make the handle a child of the door, so it moves with the door. And also, let's bring our player start over here, so we don't have to travel 3 times to come here. So, all right. And it can open, close while we are opening and closing. Let's move it a little bit to the side. And let's add something more. Let's add an actual visual effect to happen when the door has finished. But let's do this for the next lesson. I'm gonna see you then. Goodbye.